What's up, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to become a directional hitter by using a cage and a tee. A lot of people think that you lose the ability to do anything besides hitting middle in a cage, and that's not true at all. But first, what I want to do is announce my partnership with Jax Athletics. Send me batting gloves. They also sent me this crazy shaker. If any of you guys work out, it's a protein shaker. If you guys watch Shark Tank at all, it's the Gronkowski brothers. They made an ice shaker. It's insane. This thing is crazy good. You go to their site. I got a code. It's gonna be right here. It's 10% off anything on the site. Go order yourself something. These gloves are insane. All right. So for directional hitting, what I do in the cage is I basically make it an alleyway. All right. So I use whatever line that you're gonna learn to hit. I turn it into this alleyway with the plate. So I'll canter a plate. If you're not very good at geometry, you can take that line and make sure that this is perpendicular to that, and that'll tell you where your line is for your foul lines. So my foul line is like right at that pole. I'm going to utilize hitting that pole in. I normally want to set up a net on where I want to target. I'm going to shoot the net as many times as I can. This is how you do as a right-handed batter. Left-handed batter would obviously be the opposite way. And then to do pull hitting, you'll flip the plate this way. You'll align it so you know where you're going. I want to be a little bit over right there. The difference is where you're catching the ball. Obviously, with an outside pitch, you're waiting, letting it get here. Only put this in strike zone so you get used to swinging at strikes. I swing at everything. That is not the best thing to do. The best thing to do is to learn how to swing at strikes. I like hitting crazy 6 foot out, about to hit the ground, 400-foot home runs. That's fun to me, but you don't need to do that. So everything is strike zone, so you know what you should be swinging at. For oppo hits, you're going to be right here. It's going to be letting the ball seat. But for pulling hits, you actually need to get yourself a bucket or something. This is a 48-inch tee. Buy it on Amazon. I'll put the link down below. The stainless steel, really good tee. You're going to set it up on something because you're catching the ball higher in the movement out in front of the plate. Probably forward like that. The difference would be you stepping and catching the ball here. So the barrel plane is this way instead of this way. Obviously, that's why you're getting the ball to travel. What I like to do is I made a reel about stepping in and off the plate. That's a trick that you can do if you don't have time to do this. This is the best way to learn barrel plane. If you're using a cage on a field's obviously way easier, but you're always going to line up in the same spot. Don't switch your feet. Don't get closer, further off the plate. You're just telling the defense what you're doing, man. You want to have the same spot, line up, hit that ball over and over again until you can just beat up that same spot on the net. Once you learn to directionally hit so that you can hit that direction every time, then you start worrying about whether you're putting the ball in the air, whether you're putting it on a line, learn to cut down the line. But the first thing you need to do is to learn how to hit the ball there at least 7 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times. You know, that's what you need to do first. Then worry about power. Even if you're swinging light, man. If you're getting here, my batting stance. Even if you're just contact, just light contact, and then increase it, or you're barreling the ball hard and you're swinging at 100%. But you got to get 7 to 8 down. Make sure you're doing that every time, and then you can work with the other stuff. So I'm going to show you guys what I do. I'm going to get some hits in. I'm going to do all real time, all raw footage. I am going to clip the in-betweens of picking the ball up and setting it on the tee because that makes these videos extremely long. So, but I will do every swing, all my misses, everything I'm doing, teach you guys what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. I'm not going to have the mic on while I'm hitting so that you can get good sound. I feel like this might muff the sound, and I know you guys like your ASMR, so let's get into it. All right, there's no mic on. I'm probably going to do 5 to 10 hits in each spot, you know. Whatever, I'm just gonna leave it the wrapper. 5 to 10 hits in each spot. I do 50 in each spot for my BP. That's what I do. I'm gonna talk louder since there's no mic. I do 50 in each spot. I overdo everything I do. I overachieve myself in everything. Even if I'm terrible at it, I still over practice. It's just how I am. I like to do 50 in each spot. I'm gonna start this way, and then we're going to switch. I might need to move over. If if I start hitting that, yeah, I'm gonna move over a little. But I'm gonna show you guys what I do, how it'll look while I'm doing it, and then I'll switch to backside, then I'll switch to middle shots, and go over the end on some tips that I think help a lot with what I'm doing. Make sure you're always stepping forward. Hitting backside, you don't need to step here. Hitting full side, you don't need to step here. Keep the same step, but change the barrel plane. It's slow pitch softball, man. The ball's coming at you at 11 miles an hour, maybe, you know? So, not to say there isn't any crazy knuckleball pitchers with the right wind, but for the most part, it's normally going to be you. Your foot's not landing in the exact same forward position every time. That is fine. I'm just saying don't do this big, open up, lose balance out here, or you're stepping in front of the plate. As soon as you step in front of the plate, you're out. So in between the plate and the pitcher. So trying to just get a good forward motion. I'm kind of seated back because of where these balls are. Honestly, I would probably be hitting it more out here. That's how I pull balls. I like to meet it way out there. This will probably be a little bit better. I was kind of having to rock to hit it, but outside, backside hitting, that's where it's at. That's what you should be best at, in my opinion, as a right-handed batter, because anytime there's someone on first, you want to move them to third base, you're hitting the right field. That's just what it is. Anybody who's played baseball knows that. So. One more, I'll switch to backside for you guys. Plate is staying in the same spot. You're just transitioning it to open up the other way. That's all you're doing. Now it's on the ground. You don't need this for that. All right. I still, as a batter, I need to take this out of my pocket. As a batter, I'm up and forward through the ball. So like I meet the ball in front of the plate. Some people meet it on the plate. I stand really forward, so everything's out in front of the plate. If you stand back and your foot's here, that's how you stand, then you would want to put these on the plate. A lot of people use that for a marker. I'm not that way. I have a really, really fast hands, so I have to move this forward to kind of shorten my time of window. Backside. You're gonna miss some. Everybody misses. That's why we practice. Don't get frustrated with yourself for missing a ball. If you miss a ball in a game, you pop up. Don't get frustrated, man. Everybody does it. Get back up on your next at bat and crank that thing. Aligning the same place. I'm normally like 2 feet off the plate. I find it easier to get out with your hands than it is to jam yourself inside. So I stand here because anything inside is going to be easier for me to barrel. People try to jam me in. I have enough force in my swing that anything out here with a flick of a wrist, I can normally make good contact with. It doesn't work that way for everybody. So I'm in the same spot. Ideally step the same way. If you're stepping off a few inches either way, that's fine. Don't make a big adjustment. Missed that one. Then, you know, you can rake the next one. That's the mindset to have. You're gonna miss one, you might pop up in a game. Hopefully it's not in a do or die situation, but have the mindset the next time you get up there, all this practice is going to come into play. And you're going to do what you need to do. All right. Middle. I do the same thing, But when I'm adjusting the plate, I have a huge backswing. So I'll hit the net, doesn't matter where it is. Literally, I could probably swing over there and still find a way to hit it. So you're gonna align it. You're catching the ball out in front of the plate on a forward step, and you're just practicing going through it. You might like outside pitches, out here. I like inside pitches. Whatever you are most uncomfortable with is what you need to practice. So whatever you are not good at is what you should be doing. Don't go BP and do what you like doing because you think it's fun and hitting that. Like, do that also, you know, if that's your stress relief, makes you a little less depressed. But you need to get, if you're trying to get good, man, if you're trying to become a god at hitting, you want to be a machine, you got to take the one thing you hate, and that's what you should be starting with 50 to 100 rounds with, and then go to the stuff you have fun with. So as a hitter, 2 feet off, I'm still going to be shooting middle. I'm going at the bag, the net. And that's what you want to do. I like it a little bit outside. So I would probably set it here, but technically if that's uncomfortable for me, I should put it here. Be 2 feet off. Now this turns into an inside pitch, but since I stand where I stand, everything is an outside pitch to me. I can pretty much push anything. That's why you'll see in a lot of my home run videos, it's a ball that's in here and I'm putting it out to right field at 400 feet. Like, it's just the adjustment of angle plane, but it's a lot of practice to do it, you know? That's an inside pitch, shooting middle with it. And then if this is what you're uncomfortable with, you take this pitch. And everybody should be able to hit this pitch middle. This should be like your bread and butter. Wasn't in the air, but still. So that's the idea. Whatever you are the most uncomfortable with is what you should be working on for sure. But you're just adjusting the plate and you're turning this into a little alleyway of your foul line. And you're gonna beat the repetition into you, work on technique, start slow, 10% to 100. Work your way up, work your way up. Then once you can hit that 100%, 7, 8 out of 10 times, now it's like, now I want to put it 100 in the air. Now I want to put it 100 on a one hop, you know? Start adjusting and challenging yourself. But this is how you do it, man. When I become, everybody asks how I'm a backside hitter. This is all I do. I do a lot of soft toss too. I probably hit way too much, but I do this all the time, at least 2 to 3 times a week, 150 balls. So get in here, get in a cage, get a tee. There's no excuse for you not to be hitting. Go have some fun. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment.